Spirits.
Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be taking a look at this new deck that I've been using on my second account here that's actually allowing me to push past my old personal best to a new record on this account here. As you can see, we're currently sitting at 2,623 trophies as a level 8 in Arena 8, which is pretty crazy because some of the card levels in this deck are still fairly low, like level 8 commons and level 6 rares. But here's the deck itself. It is a giant support deck. Now, the great thing with this deck right here is the low average elixir cost, sitting at 3.1, which is really good with a giant deck, and that allows you to cycle through your cards crazy fast and get multiple giants down in a battle. Now, if you guys don't have the princess to use, I would highly suggest using arrows or a fireball, some sort of second spell in that princess slot. That's what I would do if I didn't have the princess. Let's go ahead here and take a look at a couple of replays, and then we're going to finish off with a live battle. So here we are, guys, facing off against a level 9. Now, 99% of my battles at this trophy range are against higher levels with higher level cards, so definitely an uphill battle for me most of the time. Now, I'm going to drop my princess here right at the bridge, try and get some quick chip damage done to that tower early in the battle. I usually like to try and do that if I had the princess in my starting hand, and in the end, we get 3 hits on that tower, doing a total of over 400 damage for a 3 elixir cost, so definitely pretty good right there. Now right here, going to defend this push here pretty well with the cannon to distract the Hog Rider, and the Fire Spirits actually take out the Barbarians pretty quickly. Goblins going back there on a counter push to take out that princess, so definitely a good use of elixir right there. If you guys haven't tried out the Fire Spirits yet, I highly suggest you do, because they are really efficient for their elixir costs and can give you some huge elixir advantages. Now right here, gonna go ahead and start doing a slow push on the right hand side with my giant. He's trying to do a push on the left hand side with that prince, and as you can see, I don't really have anything to counter it, so I'm gonna wait a quick second. He drops the minion horde. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Zap spell to damage those minions, kill the spear goblins, and also damage that prince, and also in the process eliminating the prince's charge attack, which is really important, guys. You can use that Zap spell to get rid of the charge attack on a prince, and then use a lower health troop to tank a little bit. Now right here, I got a pretty decent push on the right hand side. The goblins are actually pushing the giant a little bit, causing him to walk faster. Now he does drop down the barbarians, which does kill my princess pretty quickly, but in the end, the giant makes it to the tower, doing some pretty decent damage in the process, bringing it all the way down to 600 health. So I definitely have a huge damage lead so far in this battle. Now right here, dropping down another giant, and this is what I mean when I was talking about earlier about having a fast cycling deck with the giant. The great thing with this, guys, is in the double elixir period, you can really overwhelm your opponent with multiple giant pushes right after another. Now right here, he's coming in with the prince once again. Unfortunately, the musketeer is going to go down, so I'm going to go ahead and use the cannon as well as some goblins to distract that prince and hopefully take it out before he gets any damage done to the cannon. Now the spear goblins going in there, getting a quick couple hits to that tower, but nothing to worry about. The Fire Spirits finishing out that princess, and right here, gonna go ahead and wait till I get some more elixir and see what he does next. Now as you can see, we're sitting at 8 elixir or so. Gonna start doing another push on the right hand side with my giant. Now I always prefer to do pushes behind my king tower most of the time, just because it gives me more time to build up elixir and build up a stronger push. The only time you really want to drop a giant or like a royal giant right at the bridge is if you know your opponent is really low in elixir, or all of their counter cards are not in rotation and you can catch them off guard. Now right here, take a look at this. Fire Spirits once again doing work for me, killing all of those minions, and I have a second giant going down on the right hand side. Now take a look at this. This is what I mean about the fast cycling deck. I had 2 giants down there and 2 princesses doing crazy damage. The giant finishing out that bomb tower, and take a look at all these troops here on the right hand side. Giant making his way to the tower, getting 2 hits off and giving me the 1 crown lead. And with 7 seconds left, there's no chance that he can come back from this, so I do get the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead to the next replay here. So here we are facing off against another level 9 here, and this opponent actually has some really high level cards, like a level 10 Royal Giant. All of his commons are level 10, versus mine, like most of them are level 8, level 6 rares. The goblins are level 9, that's my only higher level card. Now right here, he's coming with that level 10 Royal Giant. I'm going to go ahead and use my cannon as well as the goblins to take it out pretty quickly, but unfortunately he does get 1 hit on my tower. Now right here, you can see me dropping the wow emote, just really impressed with his level 10 commons. And unfortunately, I make a huge mistake right here, dropping the oops, just because I wanted to use the giant in front of that musketeer, but in the end, accidentally it was a half second too late, and as a result, the musketeer was in front of the giant and died pretty quickly. Now right here, I'm in some trouble. Hog Rider coming in there. Fortunately, I did get the cannon down at the very last second to distract it, and right before the mini Pekka makes his way to the tower, gonna go ahead and use those goblins to distract it. So overall, not too bad. Now take a look at this. My opponent has 8 elixir. I have 3, and this is the reason I wanted to show you guys this replay right here, is my opponent makes a huge mistake right here, and this is actually a mistake I see quite often in newer players in the lower arenas, is they wait for the opponent to make the first move, or wait for them to make a move, because they want to defend it and then do a counter push. But if you have a huge elixir advantage like that, you want to just keep the pressure on, and you don't wait like 5 seconds and let your opponent build up that 5 elixir back. He probably could have kept the pressure on and took out my tower, but in the end, he let me get 5 or 6 elixir back, so pretty huge mistake on his part. Now right here, Mini Pekka going in there, doing some pretty decent damage to that Royal Giant. He only gets like 2 or 3 hits on my tower, so not too bad. Now take a look at this push right here. He has no elixir left to defend, and as a result, the Mini Pekka makes it to the tower, giving me the 1 crown lead in this battle. Now that situation right there probably wouldn't have happened if my opponent kept the pressure on, and like I said, that's why I wanted to show you guys this replay, is so you guys don't make this mistake yourself. Now right here, he's going to come in once again with the Hog Rider, going to go ahead and use the cannon to distract it, and allow both of my towers to take it out. Going to go ahead and use the Mini Pekka also. Now notice how I placed the Mini Pekka on the right hand side of the arena, and that's because I wanted the Mini Pekka to go back on a counter push on the right hand side, and as you can see right there, using that Zap spell to stun his Mini Pekka, allowing my Mini Pekka to survive, but in the end it wasn't enough to allow my Mini Pekka to make it to the tower. Now right here, just going to focus on defending for the last 45 seconds or so. Cannon going down to distract the Royal Giant, Goblin's going down to take it out, and in the end he doesn't do any damage to my tower, so definitely a good defense right there. Now he's going to go ahead and arrows my princess, but notice how he missed my tower in the process. If you are going to use arrows to take out your opponent's princess, you always want to try to hit 1 tower at least to maximize your elixir use. Now right here, Hog Rider does make it to the tower, only getting 1 hit off, so not too bad. So right here, going to go ahead and set up another push on the right hand side, see if I can't make it in there to take out that other tower and give myself 2 crowns towards my crown chest, but unfortunately I don't think there's enough time left in this battle. 9 seconds left here. He's going to go in with his Hog Rider on the left hand lane, going to go ahead and use my cannon to distract it, and with only 3 seconds left, I'm going to have to accept a 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead here and do a live battle. So here we go, guys. We are facing a level 9. Like I said, about 99% of my battles right now are against higher levels. Let's go ahead here and get a quick princess down and then have the Zap spell ready in case he drops down goblins. He's going to use the miner. Good choice by him. Let's go ahead and use our princess here. Unfortunately, or I meant musketeer, but unfortunately, his princess gets a couple hits off, so not ideal right there at all. But we're going to have the Zap spell to support this. Go ahead and use these fire spirits right here. Damage these barbarians, and hopefully the tower can finish them off. Unfortunately, I don't want that 1 barbarian getting any damage into my tower, so we're going to go ahead and use our giant right there, and then probably use our princess to support him. He has a wizard. Just go ahead and use that. I'm expecting another miner, but I was going to use the Mini Pekka to counter the miner if he did use it. But in the end, I want to save my elixir and get ready for this push right here. Go ahead and use this. Zap this to kill both of those. And then we're going to go ahead and wait here. He's going to get his attack off on that Mini Pekka, so I might not have to use anything here. Let's go ahead and use our goblins right in the middle there. I think he also wasted a Zap spell in the process, so definitely not too bad right there. We are ahead in the damage so far, and I think we have a slight elixir advantage, but I could be wrong with that. So let's go ahead here, wait for the princess to make her way closer up, and then go ahead and use this with the cannon as well to distract. Now hopefully the cannon can also kill the princess. Unfortunately, that's not the case. A bit of a misplace on my part there. Now, take a look at how wide the radius is of the princess attack. My princess was like 3 tiles away, or 2.5 probably from that tower. And the tower still gets hit in the process. So let's go ahead here and use this Mini Pekka to counter this. And then we're going to go ahead and use some goblins to take out this miner. And unfortunately, my opponent is using a fast cycling deck as well. Let's zap this, get 1 hit on the tower by that Mini Pekka. I think that's always worth it if you can zap a tower just to get 1 hit by that mine, or by the Mini Pekka, sorry. Let's go ahead here and start setting up a push. He's probably going to use a Sparky push here. I'm expecting a Sparky push on his part. Let's go ahead and use our princess with a cannon right here to distract. Is that too far? It totally is. I always get greedy. I said this before in a previous video, but I always get greedy with my cannon placement, and in the end that happens. So definitely not too good at all. Let's go ahead here. Hopefully this giant can make it to the tower. Let's zap all of this just because. 1 hit in the tower, not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and use our giant right here. Protect our princess. That's very important with this deck, is protecting that princess. Now if I had a fireball here instead of the princess, I could probably go ahead and fireball that tower and take out the wizard as well as the princess and that musket and the Sparky, sorry, and damage it at least. Let's go ahead and use this. Now he's got a very aggressive deck. I've never seen a deck like this before with the balloon, the Sparky, and the giant. Let's go ahead and zap that. Get our musketeer down here, hopefully kill that. Let's use this right here. There we go. I don't think that Sparky hit the tower at all. So this is where a second spell, like a fireball, would definitely come in use. Come on, princess, hit that. Let's go ahead and use fire spirits right here. Zap all of this. And all we need to do is cycle to another zap spell, I think. But we have to be ready for... Ooh, this is going to be super aggressive. How fast can we cycle through here and get to our zap spell? Drop this right there. We are facing a higher level, so... If he was level 8, his tower would have been dead like 30 seconds ago. But there we go, getting the 1 crown victory over a higher level. Now let's go ahead and see where we're sitting at. Sitting at 2,653 trophies, new personal best with this strategy. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.